Hello and welcome to episode 15 of Field Vision Live YouTube channel. And we are live today after India has played a 1-1 draw with Malaysia in the FIFA International Friendly in Hyderabad. Rahul Beke scored the second goal for India as India conceded very early after a group missing Sandhu Howler. And we have two reporters live at the venue. Today we have Anulay Majumdar and Ravi Teja Mandapaka sir in Hyderabad reporting for us. So we'll go straight to them. First, Analoy and Ravi, sir, you can just give us your initial reactions. Analoy, can you hear us?
You're on mute, another.
No, the feed is dead.
I think
Yeah,
there is
if
some
it is.
internet issues. And anyway, Srijonda, you can just give us your initial reactions, like what?
Okay, okay. Analoy is back. Analoy, please, your first views of the match.
Yeah. Sorry, I got disconnected because of the Wi-Fi. Shayak, he has already given the intro. So the initial reactions, I think, is not disappointing, but no, it's not that great also. But at least we ended the winless string that we were going through. If not a win, but Manolo Marquez got something, but not a. We didn't lose. That's the positive thing, and a lot of debuts we have saw in this match. A lot of people got their debut, Jitin, Valpuya, and they came out good. Positively, they were good. So, and taking from there on, Rahul Beke, he considered a yellow, but then when you scored everything, you prove everyone wrong. That's the main thing. A lot of positives I saw that were missing when Steamwatch was the coach, but a lot of better we have seen positives that we have taken from this match. Now we have a lot to cover until March. So with proper training, I hope we will be back on winning ways very soon.
Fantastic, fantastic. We'll also hear some thoughts from Ravi, sir. Like he obviously is a veteran Indian football follower, so let's listen to him speak as well.
Hello, hi. It was at a good. It was a good start from both India and Malaysia, if you ask me. But I think Malaysia were a much better team at the end of the day. And they were having good ball positioning. They are also very good on the zonal marking system, where every player is aware about their position and control of the ball, and that is very good to see. Obviously, second half I totally rate Malaysia out of Malaysia because it was extreme control, extreme understanding of the ball, extreme position of the ball, and then India were looking good. India were looking good, but I don't think we were missing that finishing touch at the end of the day. But still, as Anuray was telling it, we luckily we ended a winless draw, and then a goal is a goal. I mean, like even though it comes second or first, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. But still, a goal is a goal. So we'll take the positives, but there is lot of hard work, lot of groundwork to be done with regards to the position, with regards to holding the ball, especially in the midfield and even on the wing side. Because Malaysia were extremely number 4 and number 21. They were controlling the game like anything, and it was wonderful seeing them play so good. Especially if you understand that players have come to India, landed in India yesterday morning, and to produce this level of game, this level of fitness is not an easy thing. Even though they don't have that so-called home advantage of traveling and regroup and rest and everything. So first of many good things to come, but I also hope that we have a good 4 month period until March where the players try to understand there are definitely there is a lot to improve 100%. Not at the level India wishes to play at an international level. I'm really sorry for being blunt and harsh, but there is absolute scope, there is absolute scope, and there is a lot of hard work to be done with this team. And I understand the coach has come now. You understand the Indian system, but there is a lot of attacking system to be understood and played. I'll hand over to Amra and as I head to the post-match press conference. Thank you for the time.
Fantastic, fantastic, Ravi, sir. Thank you for joining. Anurag, thank you for
Thank,
joining.
thank you for joining, Ravi. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, Anurag and Ravi are there in Hyderabad. So, Anurag, we will get back to you in a moment again. So, Srijonda, let's fast forward Gurpreet Singh Sandhu. Like we have seen him make some very good saves over the years, and we have seen him rescue matches for India. But recently, more often than not, we have noticed that he's not consistent at all. Like he will make some stupendous saves, 1 2, then he'll make the most unrealistic error, like errors which cannot happen. Like even if you play bad on a bad day, those simply cannot happen. Like he has done similar howlers in the World Cup qualifiers. in the Intercontinental Cup as well, and now again Malaysia as well. So so I just want to know your reaction about Group Sandhu.
See, if I just want to rewind the clock behind, uh, everyone that has followed Indian football for the past 15 years or so, I won't go too back, 15 to 20 years back, would know Gurpreet is an excellent keeper with this tendency of having howlers in between. A small example, a title deciding game for East Bengal against United Sports in the I League. It's tight knit and everything. He goes up for a corner, and then Kane Vincent scores. It's not his fault. Like, okay, fine, things happen, but then there are small aspects to it. Fast forward to today's scenario. I leave Qatar's game out and everything, all those stuff out. I leave all those stuff out. Coming into this game, tell me which is the best keeper in the league at the moment in ISL. It's him. With Gurpreet Singh Sandhu, what you have is you have this guarantee that he's going to play 7 games top notch. Top notch as in, like, you'll be like, we have someone really good. And then the 3 games that he's going to flop, you're going to be like, just drop him. Sadly, today was one of those days. He's a tall guy. We don't expect him to miss headers in that position. A goalkeeper with an height of 6'7", if he's missing that simple header without even jumping, then you shouldn't even come outside your box. So, yeah, maybe, it's time other keepers in the nation start pushing him and the coaches also start taking a decision. But, in the end, like, it's that, form wise, he's the best keeper currently in the nation. If you see the league, if the league is something you cater to see, which keeper is in the best of shapes, I won't be too harsh on him, knowing, he has this tendency. This is something that India has to plan accordingly, that, we are going to have situations where 1 or 2 howlers are going to go in. We just need to outbeat them. That is my absolute 100% honest take on this.
Yeah, of course. Like also, do you think Gurpreet's height is obviously an advantage for any goalkeeper? But do you think in certain instances where there's an awkward bounce, uh, there's a shot which is too low for someone to have a reaction time to save the
Like
shots? Do you think
I
that
saw.
that goes against the aspect of having a height itself?
So I saw the goal video couple of times, the goal that we conceded today, and what I felt. This is my, again, simple narration of what basic knowledge of football I have, is that when Gurpreet went outside his box and tried to leap for the ball, one of his feet got stuck in the field, for which he couldn't get a proper leap, and he missed the judgment of the ball. And the ball just bounced and went over him, and that was because what I saw from him, I don't know, like, was it real or was it just something that was happening at the moment, but he just couldn't leap properly. So again, then that comes down to the field and situation and structure and everything. But all in all, that is something that shouldn't have happened. So far away, you should trust your defenders. You have Sandesh Chingan and Anwar early tracking back. Maybe you could have taken a call a bit later. Give Chingan the benefit of the doubt. We all know what a beast Chingan is. Just give him that benefit of the doubt that, okay, I know Manolo is trying to play a bit higher line. It's not a complete high line. It's an higher line. So when you play a bit higher line, you need to trust your defenders. On an high line, you cannot trust your defenders because the gap is too big. If that was the case, I would have agreed. This was a bit higher line, not a high line that Hansi Flick plays with Barcelona. So the moment the ball came in, okay, fine. You want to go, you have to be 100% sure I'm getting that ball. And somehow I feel that the even the pitch quality, like, let's be honest, okay, the pitch in Hyderabad is not of the best quality in this country. We saw brown patches way over the pitch. So I don't know, maybe Gurpreet's feet stuck in, and he couldn't get that leap and stuff like that. But whatever is it, that mistake from the entire team, I feel the entire team, yes, like, I don't blame one single person for a mistake. Similarly, I don't give praise to a person for a victory. Was the team's, yes, but Gurpreet needs to work on his consistency and maybe focus.
Right. So I'll go to Siddharth. So Siddharth, give us your initial reactions. Like, how did India play in the midfield, in the attack and defense, and obviously, if you have any thoughts about Gurpreet as well, so you can just share it with us.
Yeah, so yeah, hi everyone. So as Srijanda rightfully mentioned, right, it's not a habit maybe, but it's a repetitive incident with Gurpreet Singh Sandhu. No matter what, I mean, a player of his caliber, he should be a little bit mindful. Yeah, I understand the ground levels or whatever, the pitch was not up to the mark. We all saw the patches and everything. But if you're playing professional football since a long time, I mean, he's one of the most senior most guys in the team right now. So you can't expect those kinds of mistakes. Come on. And yes, it's not only about him. I understand, happens, hota hai. But then, yeah, I mean, I won't say I'm very much happy, but I am contained. Actually, we kind of had the intent, which was lagging, which was not there. I could see, like, three of our debutants played well. I mean, they played well. They were pressing, they were going up, coming down, tracking back. Especially, I'm impressed with Valpuya. The way he came, dropped back, and he did excellent. I mean, there was this last opportunity when he just put his leg in between and cleared the lines, and then Anwar Ali came up and stopped the corner towards the very late. So that was one of the incidents which shows, like, okay, fine, the team is actually playing as a team and working things up, double tagging on the opponent and stuffs. So yeah, and then Brandon, like, I am a big fan of his, right? I consider him to be one of the best midfielders of India. So yeah, he has been on and off, on and off. Today also he played wonderfully. The dummy which he did, towards the end from the right flank, and then he put it across with his left foot towards Jithin. So those were the small things which I noticed, and it was very good. I mean, the intent is there, the positivity is there. Again, we are closing this year without a win, so that's a tough thing to digest. 2024 is going to be winless. But yes, okay, let's give Manolo a time as well, because see, nothing can happen in a day or a two or a three, or it's a procedure. We need to accept the reality. It is what it is. We don't have Ramasya ka touches and everything. It won't happen in a single day. But yes, short passes. Jitin was trying. Valpuya played well. Appuya, okay, I won't comment much on that. Suresh also made some, he could have done better. The through passes and everything. He could have done better. He could have released a ball in two or three instances a little bit earlier. But yeah, those were the talking points. And Edmund, I mean, I am looking forward to him. Obviously, he got very little time. But yes, Manolo has him in his head, because you see in league he hardly played, right? In ISL he hardly played. But still, Manolo, gave him his time to wear the Indian colors and perform. So yeah, I am also positive towards him as well. Let's see going forward how he manages and everything. So yeah, all in all, I won't say I'm disappointed. I mean, I predicted 1-1 itself, in our thread, and it is 1-1. Yeah, but barring the howler from Gurpreet Singh Sandhu, it's okay. I mean, the goal also came from a set piece routine from, again, the provider was Brandon Fernandez. So yeah, I mean, old warhorse again played well. Rahul Bheke, another old warhorse, scored a header. So yeah, I'm content, but we could have won. I'm gonna say we could have won. That's the only thing. But still, I'll give the positivity, and I'll hope that going forward we can bring out more positive results. I'm not gonna rant about today's performance. Yeah, that's it, guys. Over to you, Shaq.
Yeah, thank you for that. I just want to just switch the conversation to about debutants. We had Irfan Yadvad making his debut today. Fantastic journey, right from I League 2 to ISL, getting his chances in the league, and he has been very impressive in the season. He might not have scored many goals in the league, but he has been very instrumental uh, in the season so far. So with him coming in, I think he did decent. Like he did what an Indian forward does. An Indian forward does not score. An Indian forward pushes. He piles on pressure, and he did that. Like whenever Malaysia was having the ball, they could not have the ball for a long period of time. So he was pushing. He was making those runs and piling enough pressure. And Farouk was also assisting him. So he had a decent game. And about the like, we had three more debutants. We had Balpuya, we had Jitin Hemes, and Vibin Mohanan. Vibin and Jitin did not have much of a time. Like he barely had. I mean, 5 minutes both combined. Vibin had 40 seconds probably. Not gonna comment much on them. But about Balpuya, I think Valpuya, I think, was a bit surprised with the quality of Malaysian teams because when he came on the pitch, he was a bit slow. But then he realized that the ISL is not at the same level of an international football level. So I think he struggled a bit initially, but he caught up to the pace and delivered some decent balls. He combined well with Manveer Singh right after coming in. So I think he was decent, but I am impressed by Irfan. I am excited to see what he offers because we don't have much games. Obviously, we will play next in March, so that's for 5 months. But I think Irfan is someone we can look forward to. He I don't know about his scoring boots, but he has that instinct, to make those ideal runs to push the defender and make the opposition make some panic passes. So more about the debutants, Ruthwich. So do you want to talk about the our debutants, especially Irfan? So so you have the stage.
So yeah, since you spoke about Irfan about what typical Indian forward does, so yeah, all in all, he did well. But I still think uh, Manolo Marquez missed a trick, uh, not starting Edmund, because whenever Edmund hit the ball, he looked like he had a different dimension to the game. Maybe he was more direct in whatever little time he got, in whatever 6 7 touches he's got. He looked a bit more direct as compared to what Irfan did. Yes, Irfan was decent today, not bad. Uh, yes, better than Manveer, but Edmund is a talent where he could have just given him 40 50 minutes, at least 50 minutes, given that I League has not started, so that you understand that he might not have the full fitness with him. But at least he deserved around 40 50 minutes in the match so that he could do something. And apart from that, other defenders, as
I think Ruthvij has lost his connection probably. No worries. Jeremy, welcome to the show. We will just go. We will continue talking about debutants. So, Jeremy, give us give your first reactions to Irfan.
Speaking about Irfan had a great day today. I mean, pretty decent for a starter. I mean, pretty decent for a Indian attacker. Well, because the void left by Sunil. I mean, Sunil Chitri. It's it's something that we could not fill it easily. Counting that and taking it into account and speaking as a whole, then seeing what Irfan did today, I mean, it was commendable. It was a great day for him. It was, like a good performance overall. He was decent, and thinking about how he came up, like from the lower tiers of the league, from the lower tiers of the structure, and then to the biggest stage. It is all a good stuff for him as a player. So yeah, it's a great day for him. But about speaking about performance, I mean, I guess at times, I mean, he could improve in decision making and communications, because there were some instances when he lost touch with Farouk, and then he at the end, when I missed the ball, and he was not able to make a end product. I mean, an output wasn't there, an output was missing. So yeah, think about that. I mean, taking it into account, we could say that he could maybe improve in the decision making and stuff. But yeah, it's his first day. I mean, it's his first game as player, as a national team player. So yeah, there of course there's time for him to improve over the years. It's not an overnight success, right? I mean, need for everyone. I mean, we take whoever, I mean, be it Sunil or be it the other players as well. Baichung, you take Avijayan, I mean, you take Baichung, you take whoever, I mean, we are taking as a national team legends. And we all could see that it was not an overnight success. So yeah, Irfan have time in front of him. So yeah, over the time he could do well. I mean, that's my opinion on Irfan. Then about the other two debutants, I mean, we were not able to see them much on the field. So yeah, there's no point in making ready go judgments on them. So yeah, about Irfan, it's all that. Yeah, again, the thing is that you could see different variations in Manolo's game. So yeah, even in future, you might be able to see Irfan, maybe a more polished, more lethal, more better variants of Irfan himself. So yeah, he have time.
Thank you so much. Talking about our the Asian Cup qualifiers, I think we saw Sandesh Jingan coming back after playing I think just one full game in FC Goa. So okay, Srijan has something to say. I think so. We'll just go to him. We'll listen to him speak.
Like, as for the debutants go, I'm really impressed with the way Irfan pressed today. That is something we really need, and that's good. I've seen him make spaces out of places where other Indian strikers per se. Okay, like, let's be honest. Not most Indians play as proper strikers in the ISL or the I League. They play as wing forwards. But Irfan sort of made spaces for himself in areas that I felt were really good. Given the ball supply or anything was missing, okay, that will come with time. But the way he pressed, the counter press was really good. Something that Manolo or any modern coach would want, that you don't let your opponent be settled on the ball too much. That is one point. And the second point was that I wished Valpuya and Roshan switched positions for once. You're having this play going on. I get it. You have this pre-planned, everything is going to the script. Okay, fine. I so wanted Valpuya and Roshan to switch spots for once, just to see how that goes. And I hope, in the future we get to see that, Roshan in one and Valpuya in the other. Let's see. That's my hunch. I could be wrong. That's okay. There's no problem. But I so wish that, both of them just switched once a while to just check out how it was going.
Yeah. Talking about our next course of action, we have the Asian Cup qualifiers in March, and we will not be playing any more matches. And today, India looked quite stable at the back. Our Sandesh Jingan came back after playing, I think, just one full match with FC Goa, and he looked very like Jingan is Jingan. Whatever critics might say Jingan has been very consistent. He knows how to defend. He is a workhorse at the back, and with Anwar Ali coming in to complement him as a partner, I think India were very stable at the back today, and they never allowed Malaysia any space or any opportunity to dominate the game in the final third, except at the very end when Malaysia had a very clear-cut chance and they could not score. I think throughout the 80, 85, 88 minutes, India were very decent at the back. So going forward, I'll go to Rutvij now. So Rutvij, do you think going forward this Jhingan and Anwar pairing can be long term solution throughout the qualifiers, throughout the 6 games, where we can depend on this pairing to get us those clean sheets? Because as we know, Indian goalkeepers are very inconsistent, Preet Gurpreet. So we need a pairing which will be consistent and will be dependable. So do you think Anwar and Jhingan is the way to go forward?
In ideal scenario, yes, but everything depends on the uh, Anwar Ali case saga. What happens? We don't know what will happen. How many months is getting the ban? We don't know what is happening. So, in an ideal scenario, you would say yes, but I don't honestly. In an ideal scenario, it should be fine given Valpia performs the way he does for Mumbai City and currently what is shown today. So yes, defense looks good. Yes, in my scenario, that's what it is. I will not speak much, but this is what it is. I'll have Sirijonda say something.
See, I'll just be this much that given whatever happens with Anwar's domestic club situation that he is in, the legal tussle and all, it's not going to hamper his problem with the AFF. He's going to stay there. And currently, let's be like, okay, fine, see, I'll get to the points of how a good centre back pairing is made. Let's see Chileni and Bonucci. Let's see Carlos Puyol and PK. You know, let's be honest. Let's be honest. How is a good pairing made? It's not just on the pitch. It has things that go off the pitch too. Jhingan and Anwar, let's be honest, both are very fluent in Punjab. Like both are Punjabis, obviously. Hindi, any other language, has its, like, we are a very diverse nation. Come on, we are a nation of 140 people, 140 crore people. Sorry, not 140, 140 crore people, and we have the differences of language and stuff where other people understand. They don't understand exactly what we mean. So with Sandesh and Anwar, what we have is two centre back pairings that understand each other language or the thought process. Like sometimes when someone says ha in Hindi doesn't always mean yes, it means also something else. It gives that you understand from the place that you're coming from. The place that these two come from is very close knit, so they know what this guy's trying to tell me and what I should be doing. That is very important. That is number one. Communication between both of them is very crystal clear. Second is that one is very good with tackles, physicality, aerial balls, and one is very good with the ball. So they both complement each other. अगर किसी को जल्दी बॉल मिल जाता है तो उसको दे देता है, then he can spread the play. So this is how they complement each other. And third is sorry. And third is both are fighters. Both have good physique. Both are really good physicality. They can both go for tackles and complement each other in the role that they're doing. So at the moment, if you ask me, in India, which is the best centre back pairing that you can get, it is Sandesh Chingan and Anwar Ali. And that is like the bottom line for me. That's me speaking. Okay.
I think most of us agree because Jingan has been a consistent performer throughout the years. Like it's been I think 10 years he has been the mainstay. Like we have had defenders come and go. He has had injuries, he has had suspensions, and there have been rotations. But Jingan is someone who has been a constant mainstay, and Angrali in the least in the last 2 years has come of age as a fantastic passer of the ball as well. Like Jingan is someone who is a very traditional, bulky defender who likes to clear the ball the moment it is near the team's box. Anwar is someone who has opposite character. He likes to calm down the situation, slow down the game, pass the ball from the back, find those spaces. So I think these two differential traits where you have someone who is a fantastic clearer of the ball, and you have someone who likes to pass the ball. I think that pairing also, as Shishanda said, you need someone who shares a similar culture, but I think you also need someone, a pair who operate differently but in a similar ways. So I think we are in good luck uh, if we manage to keep these two together. So yeah, I think that's about it about the defensive pairings. Coming
and
to
like and like I
yeah,
obviously, like, I'll just come in, okay, and like people think if Chingan goes, who's the next in line? I like this is here where I feel, with Chetri going, we faced issues in the front line. Let's be honest. We know. And in the next 2-3 years, I don't see any striker coming up that can fill the shoes of Baichung Bhutia or Sunil Chetri for the national team, because the way we are set up. In defense, we do have one defender, but then again, he needs to grade up, and that's Mehtab Singh for Mumbai City FC. He's playing for Mumbai City FC. If Mehtab can grade up and do what Jhingan does, then maybe they both can pair up. Chingal Sana, again, like that's what the communication issue comes into. I feel like no harsh feelings. I'm sorry. There's no harsh feelings. This is base facts. I want people that can communicate freely with their heart in defense. And then, so that's why I said Mehtab. And maybe, if he could just level up and take that step, going into the tackles like Sandesh does, and have that lion's heart, maybe possible. Or else then again, after Sandesh leaves, we'll have that issue of like who's going to lead the defense.
right, right, right. So yeah, Ruthvija,
I'll
please
just
go
add.
ahead.
I'll just add here. Sorry, sorry. On
Go ahead,
Mehtab's
Ruthvija.
part, so I've been following Mumbai City this season. Last year he did well. He was changing his position from centre back, right back, left back. But this season, when you see him, he's very very poor on aerial balls, and that is where every team this season against Mumbai City FC have got the points. They've just added. I mean, they've just added aerial pressures on him, and that is where he falters. With Kiri, with the other Syrian centre back, both of them, he has failed to communicate. In other clubs, you see that the Indian centre back compliments even in Punjab when Nitish Darji, who cannot speak Hindi, basic English, he has complimented well with Ivan Novoselic. But with Mehtab, the communication issue that Sirijon said is not there. He not just his skill set, but most probably he needs to work on his communication skills, because as a center back, when you don't communicate with your partner, with your defense, you are useless. So until and unless you talk freely with your partner, with your defense, you are not going anywhere. That was the whole point uh, I was planning to make. That is what it is.
Siddharth, you can just pitch in.
Yeah, so just to emphasize on the point of communication, right? Yeah, as you said with Sana Singh, I don't know. Like he has also been in the scene for like sometimes he's up, sometimes he's down. One more prodigy I had a huge eyes on was Chununga from East Bengal. So if you think of from this way, not coming from the Punjab or the North Indian Hindi belt, whatever you say, they could have been an ideal pair. But the thing is, Chununga is, I don't know, like he's been off for the last season. Right now, I saw this last match again against Mohammedan. I guess he kind of maintained his line. So I'm not too sure. I am trying to be optimistic with Chununga because the build he has got, the height which he has got, the ability. If he can level up, and given his age, if he can still level up, and be consistent, then I guess we can have a good replacement. But again, given his recent form, uh, it's kind of a idhar udhar ka cheez. So yeah,
So
that's
so with Nunga, what the thing is, after he got injured and went to the national team camp and then again got injured,
correct.
I won't take names. I'm not taking names. I'm not doing anything. He was misguided, and things happened which led to his downfall. I'm not taking names. Sorry, guys. But yes, that's it. Nunga is a very good option. Yes, and I honestly feel Nunga as CB is not a good option as much as good as Nunga as an wingback option is. I'm telling
Yeah,
you this. You play him as RB or LB, he'll give you a better option.
correct.
Not by going forward that much. His ball, like he has a good passing range, so he can get the balls there. He won't move forward that much, and then he can stop the wingers from the opponents. But that's too deep of a stuff. Like
Yeah,
we
yeah,
at like we currently need wingers that can actually move forward. Let's be honest, like with the way
correct.
Manolo plays, we need wingers that can go forward and a CB. So in your opinion, Nunga as a CB is a very good opinion. Yes, I know that, but then again, I like he needs time.
Yeah,
He needs time. He
he
needs
needs
time. He needs time. Give him time.
correct. That's what.
Okay, thank you guys for pitching in so much about Lal Chununga and Mitab Singh. So going back to Indian national team, I know Manolo now has had 4 games, I think, Mauritius, Syria, Vietnam, and Malaysia, right? So and as far as my observations are concerned, I think India are playing a lot more with the ball. Like I'm understanding that he likes to hold on to the ball, and we are controlling games against Vietnam. Also, Vietnam is a much superior opponent in Malaysia, going by past results. And we also managed to hold on to the ball there as well, and create some openings. Of course, scoring issues remain. That's a systematic issue, not a coaching issue here. So apart from that, I think defensively also we are doing decent. So I think I'm pretty much satisfied with the progress in the last 4 games, and I think we could have utilized this window even better if we had one more friendly, because 2 friendlies per window is a standard FIFA quota, and we also missed the last friendly as Lebanon pulled out, so we had to pay just one. So I think we had 2 friendlies short. We had 180 minutes short. So if we had gotten those 180 minutes, I think we would have seen much more of Manolo and much more of our debutants as well. Like Vibin and Jitin would have gotten a full match if we had a second game here. So I think yeah, there's lots to see, and hopefully we get an unofficial friendly before the business starts in March with Asian qualifiers. So I think I am pretty satisfied with Manolo. I think we all had an expectations like what kind of football he likes to play, and I think he has shown that he is going with his style of play. Like whatever we have seen with Goa, Hyderabad, I think that's what we are seeing. And so I think Manolo deserves some praise. So Jeremy, what do you think? What has been your overall perception and opinion about Manolo's national team over the last 4 matches?
Okay, before getting into that, I just want to add, I know you guys wrapped it up, but yeah, just one word. And about the defense, one thing that I noticed was, I mean, somewhere midst of the game, one of the commentator was saying that, even Malaysia is facing a similar issue. Like they are also missing out on a number 9 as well. So the thing is, yeah, we improved from that 4-2 to 1-1, but yeah, still, we got. I mean, we have to see to that Malaysia was also lacking, number 9. I mean, the issue that we also were facing. So that's an issue. And as we said, Anwar and Sandesh, they are an ideal solution. Taking into account the long-term situations. And in the current scenario, they are the best pairing. And but yeah, you can't rely upon just two players. Every day. Every years. Every week, every year. You can't rely upon just two players. So you have to generate more talents. And as Siddharth said, we got Nunga. We got other players as well. We got Sana Singh. We got other players. Lots and lots of players. Especially center back position. It's a position where players are found in a very abundant. So yeah, we won't be able to we won't suffer much, as in the case of a number 9 or a forward. We won't be suffering like that. But still, we have to see to the game. See to the league. Regularly, Manolo has to keep a check regularly. Who are eligible, who are to come up. Coming up to the point that about Manolo. Time. Speaking of all this thing. At times, I know that modern peeps. We all need an instant impact. But yes, we have to what say. We have to acknowledge that time is needed, and we have to wait patiently. Because as he said, maybe we could increase the ranking by playing against lower placed, lower ranked teams. But that's not what progress means. You take Cyprus today. As said by Manolo in the presser, you take Cyprus today. Go all out to play. They are ranked below us, but then we go to play again. Play against them. That won't be a fair situation. We won't be getting a fair result. A good result. Because it's the thing. So what I what I'm speaking about is, we have to wait patiently. We have to play a couple of games, and we have to give time to Manola. Because unlike the previous guy, I have a belief in Manolo. Because he is a common name. He's a non-name to us, but yeah, he got his magic as well. Because one thing that about Manolo is he will be trying a lots of variations. I said it a couple of minutes ago. Because he will try a lot of variations. He will be trying a lot of patterns. That too in game. That's quite we can't see it. That's uncommon amongst coaches. Because the past 2 years I have been following this stuff, the Super League as well as the I League. Everything I have been following. And since that days, it's quite uncommon to find peeps. Who could do such things, change the morale of the team in between the game. Change the formations, or change the pattern, or change the variations in between the game. It's like quite unable to find. And Manolo is an exception to that. So yeah, the coming years, maybe the past few results, it might have ended up in a draw, it might have ended up in a lose. It might have been not a great result. But yeah, as I said, we need time, and we need we have to be patient. We have to stay focused. We have to believe in the project. Because from a fan of Kerala, I can say, project is the thing. We have to wait for the project. We have to wait every day. Because that's the thing. That's the only thing uh, I could say to you guys. Because we have to wait every day. That's the thing. Because the result will come. Because pairing, the in-game stuff and all. Because I am person speaking, I'm a fan of coaches like Manolo or Ivan, or people like that, who could play up front. At the block, keep the block up. Play from, using the high lane. Using the mid blocks and all. I am a fan of such a formation. So personally, not I'm saying like I'm having a bias for my Manolo, but yeah, he will deliver results. Because I am optimistic about that. Because the thing is, his football is fancy, and his his stuff is, good. His stuff is, yeah, that's great. I mean, so in fact, in a nutshell, what I have to say is we have to be patient. We have to, wait, because we have to understand what the process, and we have to uh, give the what say give the proper apt resources to him, because that's the only thing we could do. I mean, as fans we could give him the support, and from the AF part they have to give the support, ample support and stuff. If it is all assured, then yeah, uh, if it's all assured, then a result will of course come. I mean, that's what I have got to say.
Srijan, you are up.
So see, for the last 3 years, I've been speaking with Manolo Marquez, okay, and I've kept on pestering him with one question: what sort of football should India play? That's my problem. That's not his problem. And he's answered it all these 3 years in a very good way. He said it's not about tiki taka, it's not about counter press, it's not about gegen press, it's not about all those terms you hear. It's about what you can play. I hope people get it right. The type of football that we should play is the type of football we can play. And this is where, after hearing him, I thought Stephen was right. The person I made cry in Sharjah, sorry, after the India and Bahrain game. I'm sorry, Stephen, again. You know, he keeps pointing at it. But he had the same point of view. He was like, I need India to play a type of game that they can play. It's not tiki taka. Like you cannot have Pep Guardiola come over overnight and say, okay, I want to play tiki taka. I know no team in India can play tiki taka. You cannot have Jose Mourinho come over overnight and say, okay, I want to play my style of counter press. You cannot. So what you need to do is adapt. And Manolo is someone who has adapted to Indian football in a very, very, very good way. He knows players in each position very well. You know, he talks to every coach. He's been speaking to every club. And when I mean every club, I know it. He's been speaking to clubs in the I League about players. Can I use this player? What does the coach think about this player in this position? And stuff like that. So what I will only say is the amount of support that AIFF has given Igor Stimac. I hope AIFF gives Manolo that much amount of support. When you have a FIFA window, please give him 2 games or 3 games, like whatever you can arrange. Not just one game. Come on. Like, let's be honest. We all were discussing why is a game being held on a Monday during such a long international break. We could have easily have 2 games in 2 different locations.
FIFA
But
gives you 10 days and we picked a Monday.
exactly. FIFA gives you 10 days. You can easily have 2 games in 2 different locations. You're having 1 game in one location. Let's be practical, guys. Come on. Like, the association needs to support the coach. He's trying new players. He's trying to build a structure in which Indian players can thrive. So let's just be patient. Let's be honest, okay? We're not playing the World Cup in 2026. We're not playing the World Cup in 2030 itself also. Let's be let's be very honest with ourselves. Our aim should be 2034. For that, we need to build from now. 10 years from now, maybe we could. 10 years is a good time. I know a lot of European experts would come in and say, no, 10 years is not enough. We need 16 to 20 years. Okay, fine, 10 years is enough. You can get there. Given the nation we are, the amount of money we have, the amount of facilities we have, and I am specifically saying facilities we have. We have the facilities. We need the will. The willpower of every parent in India, the willpower of every school in India, the willpower of every state government in India and the willpower of a central government of India. If these four happen, I'm telling you, we can play the 2034 World Cup. But again, will it happen? It's a different story.
Siddharth, you're up.
Yeah. So, yeah, just rightfully as Srijonda mentioned, I would also like to point out a few things. It's my favorite topic, of course, the pay scale. So that's what, as he rightfully mentioned, we do have the facilities, we do have the money, we fucking have everything. At this point, I can rightfully say the facilities we are having many good East Asian countries, or for that matter, many countries don't even have that kind of facilities, right? The way players are being treated over here, they are kind of superstars right now. Earlier, there was only one Sunil Chetri, which every Indian would be knowing. Right now, there are many, right? In spite of having all this, and yeah, the dates, Monday, I was literally shocked. I thought yesterday was the match. I tuned in and everything. I was like, oh, okay, it's not 17th, it's 18th. So these are very minute details. And AIFF, we saw what with ISL, we are the promotional head of everything. We have social media reach, we have everything, we promote ourselves like we are the best in Asia. So after using all those things for ISL, you are keeping a national team's match on Monday. I mean, it's a brain fed moment for me, right? So I don't understand why are these. And yeah, coming back to the topic of Manolo Marquez. Well, I won't comment much right now, honestly speaking, because it's just the way it has just started. 4 matches are not enough to comment about anyone. For that matter, Egosti match also gave us wonderful matches. As an example, the historic Qatar draw away from home. So yeah, I mean, we have seen many things like that in the past, and we need to understand where do our skill sets lies. As simple as that. Just like the topic of Constantine, he knew, okay, fine, we can't play those beautiful game of football. Igor Stimac tried. Yes, he had a bunch of players. He tried, and he failed at the end because our structure, our players can't can't adapt so quickly to a formation or to a style of play, because we are not grown up in that situation. We just can't simply replicate a style of play and we can play it all around. And even if we need, our players need to go out, they need to go out of ISL and see the standards elsewhere. That is the only way we can move forward. Manolo also knows all the players are coming from I League or ISL. He's doing his best. Let's give him time. Let's give him his space. Let's see what he can bring up. I'm being optimistic in spite of everything. Let's see what happens. But yes, the pool, and what I really liked, the kind of opportunities he's giving out. Right, he's Irfan got the debut. Valpuya got the debut. Edmund got the debut, as I rightfully mentioned. So he's giving chances to the new faces who are coming up, and yeah, that's a positive approach. So yeah, that's all I can wrap up, right? And yeah, let's see what happens. Over to you, Rutvik sir.
So yeah, I mean, comparing Marquez's first game against Mauritius and the game today against Malaysia, we saw, I mean, a set structure today. I mean, set plan today, which was missing in the first two games. But we got to know, yes, this is what the coach is trying, what the strategy is, and he's also giving chance to the players. We've had four debutants today. We've had Irfan making his debut. We've had Valpuya making debut. Chitin making his debut, and yeah, Vibin you can't just come in because he's just played 30-40 seconds. So yeah, three debutants, and uh, fairly enough, all three of them played well. Maybe I wanted a bit more from Jitin, maybe more game time from him. Maybe you could expect Manolo to give him uh, game time going into the next window. But all in all, there is no reason to complain from this match apart from the howler from Gurpreet Singh Sandhu. The game, I honestly would take the game how it went because if you notice, we hadn't scored from a corner since I don't remember when was the yes, last time Iraq game where we the second equalizer which came through an own goal in India in Thailand during Kings Cup.
Yeah, two
So
two.
that was the last time we had a goal from a corner. So we are seeing a gameplay where we can score. We are looking to score goals, unlike the other last two games in India where we saw that we were just clueless. We didn't know how to play football, this and that. But in the last two games against Vietnam and against Malaysia today, we've done well. Uh, Maybe yes, I had said we were 180 minutes short. We should have got that 180 minute. Maybe it could have given us more chance to see what's in the store because you see the performances of Indian players. Just give me 2 minutes here. Whenever India plays in October and November and March, they do well. And when it comes to June, August, and September, because our league structure is designed in a way that we don't play games in June. Our season gets over mid May, uh, apart from 4 5 teams. And pre-season in August, some teams don't take part. So going into the AFC Asian Cup qualifiers, the point of concern is not for me. The point of concern is not the March games. Trust me, we will sail through the March games. We will not lose any of the two games we play in March. Whoever we play, we don't know who are we playing. But come again June, come again September. This is where, as Timach was saying, give me camps. So let's see what happens, and I hope, as Sirijonda said, please back Manolo as you back Igor's team match. If you back Manolo, we will likely be again be qualifying for the AFC Cup, Asian Cup, because last times we were lucky we've had Hong Kong, Afghanistan, and we played all the three games in Kolkata. So we've had that crowd support, but this time we will play away games as well. And again, looking at our luck, we will be playing in against Yemen or Afghanistan in Dushanbe or somewhere in the hilly areas of Central Asia. So who knows what happens. So, but I hope Manolo gets his due favors from AIFF. Thank you.
Thank you, Rutvij, for chipping in. So, just on the ending note, as Jeremy mentioned about Kerala Blasters, supporting a project, waiting for glory. Well, I'm an East Bengal fan, and we have two more East Bengal fans here, Srijan and Siddharth. So we have had our share of waiting for years and years. And yeah, trust me, it pays off in the end. It might not have a systematic win, but yeah, the team eventually wins. Okay, so Jeremy, we hope Kerala wins a title soon. And coming to Srijanda's overall assessment of Indian football, I think talking about the World Cup is a bit too early. I think as we Like going back in last 2 to 3 months, we failed to even qualify for Asian Youth Cups. We did not qualify to the under 17 Asian Cup. We did not qualify for the under 21 Asian Cup, and we have never qualified for the under 23 Asian Cup in our history. So I think let's qualify for those Asian Youth Cups, because in Asian Youth Cups we have 16 teams. In the main Senior Cup we have 24 teams. So it's always easier to qualify in the senior competition, and we will most probably do it again. But to be top 16 in Asia in any level of competition in any age group is the is the point where you understand that there is growth. So I think yeah, we missed the boat this time again. So 2 years down the line we will have this qualified again, and hopefully we will qualify. We might we might not. Mostly we will not. But yeah, I think these small wins eventually, compound into World Cup qualification eventually in the youth or senior. So I think we have to target the Asian Cups first. And so I think, yeah, I think everybody has chipped in, and Shijanta has to say something again.
Next 10 years. Our next 10 years has to be the aim of these underage groups. We have to be playing the top level leagues, top level competitions of these underage groups within the next 10 years. If we have to meet Vision 2047, if you want to meet Vision 2047, play the top level leagues of the
Asia.
upcoming decade, whatever it's coming, under 13, under 14, under 15, under 17, under 23, under 19, whatever is coming, you have to be there. If you want to make Vision 2047 a success, this is your primary objective.
Yeah, hopefully, and hope is a beautiful thing. Siddharth, who is usually a very pessimist guy in most of our conversations, but he's always optimist in our podcasts. So nice to see that. Anyways, thank you, Siddharth, for joining. Thank you, Shijonda, for joining. Thank you, Jeremy, for joining. Thank you, Ruthvik sir from Khelna, for joining us for a special episode here. So, so yeah, lots is happening in Indian football. You know, the league structure might be changing. We might not have an I League happening. So whatever is happening behind the scenes, we will keep you updated. Keep following us on Field Vision across Twitter, across Instagram, across YouTube as well. We will keep bringing you everything exclusive. We will keep bringing you interviews. Thank you for joining everyone on this special episode. And yeah, let's hope Indian football goes ahead from here, and let's hope we have an I League happening. So yeah, thank you for joining. Thank you. Good night. Jai Hind.
Good night. Good. Jai Hind.
Thank you.